Hello, I'm Chief Paul Cook, President of the Ontario Association of Chiefs of Police. The 2014 Ontario provincial election offers Ontarians an opportunity to consider important issues impacting our communities. As police leaders, members of the OACP have the privilege of working closely with our elected officials at Queen's Park to ensure that public safety needs of all Ontarians are addressed. As many of our fellow citizens offer themselves as candidates during this election, it's important that police leaders provide these candidates and their political parties and the citizens of Ontario with insight on key issues that will help shape the future of not only policing, but community safety in Ontario. I want to take this opportunity to share with you a number of issues we have asked the major political parties and their candidates to consider during this election. It's important that as police leaders, we make you, the citizens we serve, aware of these issues that impact the health and safety of your family, friends, community, and workplace should be discussed during this provincial election. Your representative at Queen's Park should be aware of the issues identified by Ontario police leaders during this campaign and be committed to working with police leaders to make sure Ontario is safe for every citizen. Let me outline 3 issues that the OACP have asked the major political parties to consider during this election. A commitment by the political parties to open the Police Services Act to address a number of critical issues which can only be dealt with by legislative change, including changes to legislation governing suspension without pay. The Police Services Act guides policing in Ontario. It clearly outlines what's expected of police services and police officers and helps ensure our professionalism and accountability. Having legislation that reflects the needs and expectations of Ontarians and their police services today is very important. The Police Service Act has not been significantly updated since the later 1990s. During that time, Ontario has changed. Our communities have evolved, and so have the needs and expectations of Ontarians for their police services. Ontarians have told us they want to see their police services reflect today's realities on such issues as suspension without pay and accommodation issues. They want legislation that gives police chiefs the tools to hold themselves and their people accountable. They also want police leaders to deliver effective and efficient services and show value for the public investments in policing. That's why we need to open up the Police Services Act. Through the current Future of Policing Advisory Committee, many good suggestions will emerge that will require changes to the Act. As police leaders, we are committed to working with our police services boards, our police associations, and the provincial government to make sure that the Police Service Act serves the needs of Ontarians for professional, accountable police services. Another important issue is the following: a commitment by the political parties to continue the FPAC process and ensure that the process focuses on long-term issues in order to support strong police services that can meet the changing community safety needs of Ontario. FPAC is a provincial government-led initiative that was proposed by the OACP during the 2011 provincial election. This important initiative has brought together all of the major policing groups with a stake in the future of policing: police leaders, police services boards, police associations representing frontline officers, and government officials to consider important issues impacting on policing and our communities today. There has been excellent commitment on the part of all the players to develop a common vision that serves the interests of the people of Ontario as well as our respective groups. What we need from all new MPPs after this election and their parties is a commitment to seeing the recommendations of FPAC completed and carried out. New legislative and regulatory changes will come out of FPAC. This will require commitment and courage by our political leaders. Our final request to the political parties and their candidates is incredibly important to our police services and our ability to serve you. A commitment by the political parties to fund a number of Government of Ontario programs which ensure police services have the resources to meet the community safety needs of Ontarians. As police leaders, we are extremely sensitive to the significant fiscal challenges facing all levels of governments. Ontarians, through their governments, invest significantly in policing services. Many of the services we deliver rely on continued investments by the Government of Ontario. We need our elected representatives at Queen's Park to continue to support vital programs that help police address public safety issues that impact the safety of our communities. Programs and services that deserve a strong, ongoing commitment to permanent, sustainable funding include the Safer Communities 1,000 Officers Partnership Program, the Community Policing Partnerships Program, Court Security and Prisoner Transportation, the Provincial Anti-Violence Intervention Strategy, better known as PAVIS, the Toronto Anti-Violence Intervention Strategy, better known as TAVIS, the Ontario Police College, Criminal Intelligence Service Ontario, Major Case Management, the Safer and Vital Communities Grant, the Reduce Impaired Driving Everywhere RIDE program, and the Proceeds of Crime Frontline Policing Grant. These are the issues that your police leaders have brought to the attention of the major party leaders and their candidates for public office. We are committed to sharing responses with you, the people of Ontario. Ontario is a great place to live, work, and raise a family. Our democratic form of government plays a big role in making Ontario great. As police officers, OACP members value their role in building a healthy and safe Ontario. That's why we encourage you, as citizens, to exercise your right to vote. Ask candidates how they will support professional, accountable policing. I also invite you to connect with your police leaders at www.oacp.ca and through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at OACP Official. You can also connect with me at Chief PD Cook or at pcook@northbaypolice.on.ca. Thank you for your time and the privilege to serve.